Welcome back. Okay, it appears that Noel Gallagher's high-flying birds are indeed still here. So, we'll be talking to Noel in a few minutes, but first, another song from his latest album, Chasing Yesterday, with, in the heat of the moment, please welcome back Noel Gallagher's high-flying birds. Noel Gallagher's high-flying birds, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome home, Noel. How are you doing? I'm all right. How are you, Noel?
Sensational.
I should say first, the new album is absolutely fantastic. I think it's better than your first album. Is it okay to say that?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Chasing Yesterday. Are you getting a bit nostalgic in your old age?
No. It was a moment of madness that led me to choose that title for an album.
Okay.
And an extremely raging hangover.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you were wishing it was the day before?
No. Someone from my office called me and said we need a title for the album by 3:10. And it was 1 o'clock. And I'd been out the night before. And I just flicked through some lyrics and thought, that'll do.
Yeah. Good, that's good. And you're off on tour again, obviously. And
Yeah.
I'd say, is this a thing? Because your first gig ever, your first solo gig ever was in the Olympia.
That's right.
And it was a fantastic gig.
That's right.
You're now kicking off this tour, obviously a warm-up in Belfast on Tuesday
right,
night.
yeah.
And the tour proper starts here in Dublin. Is it nice to start the tours at home in Ireland?
It wasn't a conscious decision. I don't really get to choose.
You could get away with telling the Irish people that it's a conscious decision that you like.
Well, we could do if this wasn't live, but as it's live, I've said it now, so it wasn't my decision. But it's always nice to get, stock up on the crisps and the chocolate before we, the real crisps, before we head back to England,
Yeah. You like the taters, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Food of the gods.
Yeah. Nice glass of milk with them, I find.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Am I right? A nice glass of milk with potatoes, no? Bit of Coke, maybe?
No. It's not the 90s.
Is the touring a bit more sedate these days than it was in the olden days?
Of course, yeah.
Because I've been reading the interviews and stuff, and you seem to be quite a kind of a reformed character. You go into the gym now. You have a gym in your house.
That's right.
You go there every day.
Well, only because my wife makes me. I only go in there and read the newspaper for an hour. As you can see, I don't have the body of an athlete.
And in general, I've been reading about like that the domestic life in between the touring and everything. You sit around and you watch. What's that show you watch with the two boys?
Storage Hunters.
Storage Hunters.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? My little one calls it the lock-up show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So that's a Noel Gallagher lifestyle in between the touring.
No, it's not. I wouldn't suggest it for everybody. It's a shared experience I have with my two lads, and you become addicted to it.
Really, yeah. What's the buzz off it?
Sorry, what's the buzz off it?
What's the buzz with it? Yeah.
What's in my two lads wonder what on earth is going on.
Yeah.
They're into that and the WWE.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems to me that, I think, when Oasis started out, right, and I was in my early 20s, a bit younger than you, and Liam was the...
You don't look it, though, do you?
Back then, I suppose people would have thought...
See, the limbs are falling apart already.
Actually, can I say, it's funny, I called out earlier, right, to the rehearsal just to say hello to Noel, and we were chatting, and so I went home to my wife, right, and she said, were you talking to Noel Gallagher? And I said, yeah, and she said, what were you talking about? And I said, we were talking about our ailments and about doctors and stuff like that. And she said, fucking hell, did you think 20 years ago if someone said to you, you get to meet Noel Gallagher someday, that the two of you would sit there talking about your ailments and doctors and all that kind of thing?
Well, just to clear this up, we were talking about your ailments.
No, that's not true.
No, that is true.
Because
that is true. We were talking about your ailments.
You very politely asked me about my ailment, and I, not being a medical bore, then said to you, and you've had some ailments yourself over the last few years, because we're at that age.
And I said, I've left that band now. So, I'm over that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is your brother, by the way?
He's all right. Last I heard, he was all right, yeah. Growing facial hair, apparently.
What?
Growing facial hair.
A beard now, yeah?
Apparently.
Okay. Yeah. He did have a beard at one stage.
He's had various beards, yeah.
It strikes me, are you slightly concerned about Liam at the moment, though? I've seen you say stuff like Liam needs to get his act together.
Well, he does, but I'm not. He's old enough now. He's 40-odd, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's grown up.
And you say you would have written him a few songs, you said, if he had asked you.
Well, I said begged, but yeah. No, I'd help him out if he needed helping out. But I don't think, from what I hear, he's not that interested in the music game anymore. He's got his clothing firm going on, hasn't he?
Do you reckon? So he's a fashion designer now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've heard that. You know, they have that thing in Switzerland, that the Hadron Collider, where they're just smashing atoms into each other and trying to, fuse some mad gear.
Yeah.
I think he sits at home and he's got a machine that just throws desert boots at each other.
And the odd parka.
I think he's trying with the parka.
Yeah,
he's trying to invent the perfect desert boot.
The ultimate desert boot.
Yeah.
That's as good an aspiration in life as anything else, isn't it?
Well, it's providing a service, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah. I suppose the thing that people in Ireland tend to think about the you and Liam fighting, everyone thinks in Ireland, because we're all obsessed with our mammies and stuff. Like, even my mother was saying it to me today. I feel so sorry for poor Peggy, but that the two of them wouldn't get on. And like, you know, I used to fight with my brothers all my life, and my mother would say, for my sake, would you not stop? Does Peggy get upset about it?
Well, not now we're kind of in our 40s. It's a bit, it's a bit kind of like, all right, ma'am, you know.
If you lived in Ireland, and even if you were in your 40s, like, you still wouldn't get a drop of wine when you go home to your mother's house or anything like that. You still, it's her rules, and you don't fight on her rules.
No, but that's why we both moved to London.
Yeah.
I'm only joking, ma'am, if you're watching. That wasn't why we moved to London.
Have you bought Peggy a nice new house yet? Or
no, she wouldn't. She wouldn't. No, Liam. I think Liam at one point insisted on buying her Leeds or a bit of Yorkshire, but she's in the same house. She got a new garden gate. That was it.
That's nice. So she's grandiose, kind of an entrance, like.
Yeah. No, she's fine. She's happy. She's happy where she is.
Listen, speaking of your boys and your kids and everything, I was kind of thinking about it. Your kids, they have an incredibly different upbringing to what you had with Peggy, don't they?
Lucky bastards.
Yeah. You don't worry at all that they won't, you know, that the challenges you face in life would be good for them and all that, and they're getting it all too easy and all that kind of thing?
Well, you'd have to be a bit mad to be in the position I'm in and then deny them a decent education and, you know, posh schools and all that kind of thing, wouldn't you?
Of course. I think, though, if you were middle class and you had done well, you'd probably feel a bit more guilty about it, but it's probably a thing that if you're working class and you do well, you don't give it that.
What is guilt, by the way? Someone explained it to me once and I kind of didn't get it. But, no,
well, if you haven't got it by now, I'm not going to be able to explain it. Did Peggy not instill a load of guilt in you when you were a kid?
She had a good go.
Yeah.
But, no, my kids will be all right. They'll be all right. Yeah. I've told them they'll never be as cool as me, so they just want to get on with it. You know?
Okay. They're U2 fans?
Massive U2 fans, yeah. They love them, yeah.
How do you feel about that? You've conveniently forgotten about this, but you used to slag U2 off a lot, didn't you? You did?
No, that's Liam.
Back when you used to slag everyone off.
No, it wasn't me. I've always been a fan of U2, always.
Okay.
They're one of the, I'd say one of the 5 most influential bands of my career. No, my boys, they're friends of Bono, and they obviously they got his album for free.
Yeah.
Downloaded directly into their brains, and but they love it, yeah, and they're slowly going through the best of U2. Yeah, they love them. Bono sent Donovan a pair of his glasses.
Cool. How old are your 2 boys?
The eldest is 7 and the youngest is 4.
All right. And the 4-year-old is getting into U2.
Yeah.
U2 are getting them early now with that whole downloading into the brain.
I know. I said to Bono, just think of the years of merchandise in front of these 2.
Yeah. So you hang out with Bono a bit?
I do a bit, yeah.
Pals, yeah. What do you do?
What do we do?
Yeah. I'm not seeing you on the golf course with him or anything.
He don't play golf, does he? Does he play golf? No. What do we do? We get roaring drunk and talk about music and all that kind of thing.
Okay. Giving out about music, it seems to be a lot of it these days.
I mean, he doesn't. He loves everybody. I'm kind of the antidote to that.
Yeah.
But he's a dude, man. Yeah, he's a dude.
Yeah. When did you last hang out?
I was on holiday with him this summer.
Were you? Down in France, yeah?
Down in France.
Lovely.
We went to a casino.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I won €2,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything to you? Euros?
No, because then we went to this nightclub that he knew, and I think a round was about €4,000.
And did you stay in his house down there, yeah?
We did, yeah.
Right. What's it like?
Well, my missus was walking round it doing that thing going, well, you need to get your finger out. It was enormous. And so it should be.
course, he deserves it.
Absolutely.
And listen, you'll find, I don't know, how you spent a lot of time here as a kid. I know how much time you spend in Ireland now. As a country, we are not begrudgers. That's the one. We're known internationally for that. We're all pleased for Bono and his house.
Well, so am I.
Yeah.
So are my sons.
Yeah.
So are my boys. Yeah, they had a great time. It was a great time.
Oh, the kids got to go and everything.
The kids, yeah, all three of them got to go and hang out, and I actually didn't see them for 4 days.
Perfect. Do they have a kids club there? Yeah.
I think there is something that is approaching a kids club. Yeah. We were in the adults club. I didn't.
Yeah.
My wife. We were there for 5 nights. She can only remember going to bed once.
I like it.
It was a good session.
Yeah, excellent.
Good session. A lot of tequila. Brilliant drink.
So you're not as kind of settled as everybody thinks. You know, there's this idea that you're a reformed character. You still like a drink?
Oh God, yeah. I party with my wife most of the time. You know, I don't go out. I don't really do like crazy wild lads' nights out and go out for 2 days.
Yeah.
My favourite person to hang out with, sadly enough, is my wife.
Yeah. And I know you're not shy about talking about that gig at the Olympia. That time your wife was there, you dedicated a song to her and you spoke very warmly about her from the stage.
Yeah, but I have to do that when she's there. I do that every night. That's kind of a rule when she's there.
Did I notice that?
Or I'd end up with an arm in a sling like you.
Do you want to talk about your ailments, by the way, because there were ailments?
I've got no ailments at all.
He's a falling apart old man just like me. Listen, sessions with Bono are very interesting, but what I'm much more curious about, did you go for dinner with Tom Cruise on your own, just the two of you last week? Because that's what the Daily Mail seemed to be suggesting. You were on a date with Tom Cruise.
I'll tell you what happened, is I was in a restaurant and Tom Cruise was in the same restaurant at a table over there.
You're joking.
I'm not joking.
Because do you look at the sidebar of shame on the Daily Mail? They basically
somebody
looks at it
called and said, I do have a call person, yeah, my Daily Mail looker. I got somebody called me and said, "Was you out for dinner last night with Tom Cruise?" And that night I didn't get in until 6 in the morning. I was thinking, I didn't remember Tom Cruise being out, but I said to Sarah, "We went with Tom Cruise." And she said, "No, he was just in the restaurant." But you know, as we came out, somebody from the press said, "Well, they must have been having dinner together." I don't think I could have dinner with Tom Cruise.
I'm glad of that. I thought you were maybe going to come here tonight and say, "I'm a Scientologist now, I'm not going to be playing any music or anything." And
no, that's mental, that gear, isn't it? That's insane.
The other great night out, and you've said you could write a book about it, was you, Russell Brand and Morrissey.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a flavour of that.
Russell was just being bullied by me and Morrissey.
Bullied by Morrissey?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we
with a flower?
Yeah. Well, Russell.
No. Gladioli?
No. Because me and Moz were roaring drunk, and Russell can't drink because he's an alcoholic or whatever he is, we stuck it to him, big time.
So, you see, no, people are having difficulty getting their heads around this. Is Morrissey good crack on a night out?
Unbelievable.
Really?
Unbelievable, yeah.
And he gets locked and everything,
yeah. He was great. He had me in stitches from the minute we sat down. He's just unbelievable character. He's not got a good word to say about anybody. Which we kind of like that, do you know what I mean? He was just slagging everybody. He's worse than me.
Yeah. Wow.
I thought I was bad.
Because you've been bitching about the music now, as we do at our age, Noel, when we have these ailments and everything else, and we don't hear as well as we used to. It's all noise to us now.
What?
Yeah. But I think you're making a point, which I can understand, being slightly younger than you, but I remember some of but like there was bands like, say we started Joy Division becoming New Order then, bands like the Stone Roses, you guys, Manic Street Preachers, Primal Scream, all these amazing lineage of British bands who came in there from left field and did become, at different times, all of them became the mainstream and everything. And now we have?
Nothing. Nothing. It's just a bit, it's all geared towards commerce now, music, I think. It's not about for want of a better word, the artist anymore. It's about the team of songwriters behind the performer. You know, if you watched the Brits the other night, I don't know whether you were unfortunate enough to watch it, but I wouldn't have thought there was many people there writing their own tunes.
Yeah. Finished?
Yes.
Yeah, do you think it's just because we're old tossers, though, and that do you think the music of someone like Ed Sheeran...
I don't see, they all keep saying we're old tossers. You speak for yourself.
Do you think the music of Ed Sheeran is possibly as important to kids now as the music of Oasis or Stone Roses or New Order or whatever
yeah, I mean,
was to us?
look, it's a new generation, you know. I've got a 15-year-old daughter who's into some right nonsense, you know, but... I guess it is, but our generation were different, and the music now seems pretty middle class to me, and the people that make it. But what I will say about Ed Sheeran is he's a top lad, man, and you know, I was bemoaning the fact that rock bands weren't selling out Wembley Stadium, and yet here's this kid with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah. Who sounds like, I think, Joan Armatrading or Tracy Chapman. Remember them? Do you not think that's...
Coronation Street.
That's what...
That's Tracy Barlow. I don't know.
Okay. Noel, it's been great having you. Did you enjoy being here? Is this the best chat show you've been on all week, would you say? Notwithstanding Graham Norton. So, like, you've got, on one hand, you've got Graham Norton, and you're there with David Beckham, Will Smith, anyone else. And on the other hand, here, Joe Brawley, Catherine Thomas. What do you reckon?
I've done many chat shows, and
just this week. This week.
Well, this week, and this will go down as the most recent one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Noel Gallagher.